So before we get started, the first episode, Dean drew the last word sort of thing. We skipped it last week, so I'm going to do one now. We will work on trying to get a better way of deciding which one of us gets to, start the show off. So I want to start off today with a very important topic: booty care. There, what did I say? Listen,
Booty!
booty care. Like first, today's show is gonna be people equals onions question mark. Pay a
Oh,
little homage to Shrek. So yeah, booty care, man. Like we try, as a people. I'm saying someone invented some wipes. I want to figure out when do we stop caring about our booty. So as babies, we get it white, we get a little powder, right? Make sure we always clean and
well,
fresh. Otherwise, you were gonna hear from us. When did that stop? We don't have to stop. And don't give me that crap about these flushable wipes because they are absolutely not flushable. There have been countless test runs. They are not flushable. That is, look, I can have a whole show on that. We're not going to go there. But yeah, so
hey,
scientists,
like you flush the toilet, it clog up.
yeah, yeah. So scientists, one, I need y'all to come up with something that's actually flushable or come up with a better way to dump the items that we don't want anybody to see ever. Right? Do we put a fireplace in the bathroom? I don't know. But all I do know is that whether it's a spray bottle or what's the thing, producer? It sprays you a bidet? Oh, a bidet, whatever it is, we got to take better care of our booties, people. But let me tell you something. If someone came into this studio right now, took a dump on the table, and then just wiped it with some dry, crusty paper, you would not call that clean.
Hey, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
And their little booty gonna be itching.
It's just,
And then
what is that?
hey, check this out. You know somebody ain't wiped their booty good because like when you get hot, the smell rises.
Oh,
They know it. They'll walk right past you
oh,
like ain't nothing wrong. I'm like, man, wipe your butt.
oh, man.
Let me say, like when I
Yeah,
work,
yeah,
where I work at, it's hot in there. It can be hot in there. So people go to the
yeah.
bathroom. The fans will blow that smell right there. I'm like, damn man, did you wipe yourself? Go to Walmart, go to
Man,
Kroger, man,
look,
and
take
get
some time off, go home,
some
take a
baby
shower.
wipe.
All right, so Mr. Dean, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, and everybody, welcome to Let's Talk with Gales and Dean. Of course, I'm your host, Gales, which my beautiful co-host here.
Yeah. It's your boy, the crazy one, Mr. Dean, with my guy, Mr. Gale. What is going on? What is going on out there to the fans? How y'all
Yeah,
doing,
man.
man?
Well, let's first talk about this beautiful mask you got going. I can actually hear you through it. But again,
Hey,
you and these masks,
look,
man.
man.
Who knew?
Hey, look here, man. Look. I decided, I got on a USA shirt, man. So I put on a USA mask. Even though we got a lot of craziness going on in the United States,
Hmm,
we still American. So
yeah,
I'm still gonna support, man. But you know what though? I'm doing my podcast outside today because it's kind of nice.
yeah.
This mask fit come off because it make it kind of hot.
I bet with all that beard, man. Good
I'm
night.
telling you, man.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? How you doing,
I'm
bro?
doing well. Thank you for asking. How about yourself, man?
Man, can't complain.
Hmm.
Another day, another life.
Yeah,
Can't
man.
complain, brother.
So today's theme is going to be people equals onions question mark. Back in
People,
the day we watched
uh,
this thing Shrek where he talks about is Shrek trying to describe how ogres are. And he's like ogres are like onions and donkeys like what they stinky? Oh. Yeah. Oh wait.
hey, Craig, what do you mean?
Yeah,
What do
oh
you
they
mean?
stink.
Oh, they stink.
Y'all stink ogres stink? He's like, no, they give you gas? No, all this stuff. But he was
Yeah.
talking about layers, and I want to do the show today kind of around that. And of course, we like to start with sports. Let's peel back the layers of people's their comments on the Lakers dropping that first game.
And look at here. And I was one of the big critics. I was one of the big
I bet you
critics.
were.
Lakers got beat and went down 1-0. I was like, Dame Dash, go take them out. Not so fast. My friend Mr. Anthony Davis said, I ain't having it. The dude has took over the series the last couple of games and has straight dominated. Anthony Davis playing like this, man, they're going to be unstoppable. You know I'm not a Laker fan. You know I'm not a LeBron
Mm,
fan, but I got to give props props due. The guy is freaking on another level in these last 2 games. Will he
Right.
keep that up? We don't know. That's yet to be seen. But long as him and Braun doing what they did last night, and they supporting Cash, just get them a little bit, they gonna be tough to beat. And I hate to say it, I sat there and watched the game and I cringed because Damian Lillard, he balled out in the first half,
Yeah.
man. He really lost in the second half. I don't know if it's because of the dislocated finger or just the dominance of LeBron and AD, but like I said, I ain't a fan, but man, you got to take your hat off to give props prop due. I like Anthony Davis, man. Dude playing like that, man. They pretty. I ain't gonna say they unstoppable, but he tough. And he's took over the series
Yeah.
these last 2 games. He's took it over. Braun had a good game last night too. I hate to say that. I'm gonna have to get up and go wash my mouth out with soap. After the Stoke playing that, but you know, he had a good game. But man, I'm telling you, AD has emerged and said, "Nah, bro, it ain't happening. It ain't
He
happening."
hit shot after shot after shot. I keep forgetting he can shoot because him around the
And
rim
shoot.
is very dangerous. But I knew.
I think he was the point guard in high school for like 2 years.
See, I didn't know that. See, this is why I need you around,
Yeah,
man. Keep me informed on stuff like that. So
the guy was 6 his freshman and sophomore year, and then he grew. So he got point guard skills.
I knew it was something up with this game when you see LeBron James before the game doing a strength and conditioning workout. I mean, he's doing this little balance ball and showing off the abs, just the bulk, and guys just like basically beating up his ribs, like getting ready to go to war, like a whole workout before the game. So I knew something special was about to happen. Yeah.
But that was just 2 games they did it. You know, the NBA basketball is a game of runs. Let's see how the Blazers respond tomorrow night. The Blazers go down 3-1 tomorrow night. It's a wrap. But if they can come back and win tomorrow and make this series 3-2, you might have something. But if the Lakers win tomorrow night, as bad as I hate to say it because I love Dame Dash, but the Lakers win this series.
That's right. So we try to keep around the NBA a little bit because of this bubble they got going. They're pretty much the only league that's really being, I guess, consistent. I mean, football is on deck, man. Football is on deck, but I want to bounce around to the Nuggets and the Rockets, man. I can't tell you anything about those 2 people. The game we watched with OKC and what was it? The Rockets was really good.
Yeah.
But I have a problem watching them, man. I don't know what it is. Like OKC, besides Chris Paul, and I like Adams because he just seems like an interesting person. But basketball wise, it's kind of like, man, I don't know.
You don't like watching the Rock. You can't tell me you don't like watching.
I don't like watching the Rockets. It's a bunch of dribbling, lazy passes. You may get one down screen, one back screen cut every now and then. Like, they're exciting when you got those guys, Tucker and Harden, going to the hole, shaking people. But when they're just standing out and just letting the threes go, man, I start to doze off, man. It's just, what happened?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it's exciting to watch the Rockets.
Please.
It's just like playing pickup basketball. That's basically what it is. You never have them about one big man on your team when we play pickup basketball. And what do you do 90% of the time? We letting that bad boy ride. And they letting it ride. And I'm a fan of the 3 anyway. So I like watching them. I don't like watching you sitting there going 1-on-1 with the ball in your hand about 23 seconds, then shoot. I understand what you're saying there. But like when they moving that ball and just jacking up threes, that's kind of fun to watch, man. Westbrook ain't out there right now either. That's probably why you ain't seeing some of the excitement with the Rockets. For Westbrook, he hurt right now. Wait till he come back, man. They pretty fun to watch. Now the Nuggets, on the other hand, the Nuggets so up and down, man. One week you get them and they look great, and then the next week you get them, they look so lost. That's because they're such a young team. I don't even think they got a guy cracking in his mid-30s on that team. So they're a young team. They inconsistent because the other day when they took that beat down, did you see their faces when they were sitting on the bench?
Everybody just kind of ducked in.
Said it all. Said it all. Michael Porter Jr., he looked like he was crying.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's just a game, you still got other game to win, but that's where the youth come in. They're so young. But a team to watch out in the future because they so young. If they can keep them together, because I'm tell you, man, that Michael Porter Jr., that dude there is gonna be good. Jamal Murray, he's gonna be good. And Jokic, I have he's so boring to watch, but he'll give you like he give you like 40, 25, and 10.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? He can't
Yeah.
run. He's slow. Like he finally done lost weight, but like he does nothing fancy, and that dude will give you buckets. So I mean, in the future that'll be a good team to watch. But like right now, they so young, so they up and
I
down.
don't know if it's their location. I don't know if it's their uniforms. I can't do it, man. And no
It's the
disrespect to their game, they're always pretty good. They're inconsistent, like you said. But it's something about them, man. Like I pay attention to the big names out there, and some people that just seem exciting. Like Phoenix is trash mostly, but when they were on, I enjoyed watching them play. I don't know what it is. I don't have an analytical thing. I don't have any sort of fact I can throw out there or stat. I just don't like watching them play. I'm
Hey man,
sorry.
look,
I'm
all right,
sorry. I know. I know.
watch him play one more game. Give him one more chance. One more
Oh
chance.
man.
Maybe they'll come out balling. Say, ah. And then
I'll
the
try.
Rockets, watch that game. I just don't, man. How you don't like the beard and yacht. Step back, travel, shot. Because he traveled that man every
Maybe I'm
time
just
to do it.
missing
I
you commentating for me. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll watch the game
man,
on mute and I'll just have you just commentate for me.
oh, I can do it
Maybe.
because I ain't hard and he ain't go with it. He gonna hit you with the 1-2, 1-2, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna take my 5-6 steps and then I'm gonna shoot, and then don't even be called for a travel.
I
Oh
want
man,
people in the comments right now. Do you want to hear Sydney call a game for you? Let's see if we can set something like that up, man.
look
Yeah.
here. I can't promise you it'll be PG all the way, but it'll
Yeah.
be a damn commentator.
Because I know you can't play, like maybe we'll do like a Facebook Live or something, and it's just Sydney just talking during the game, man. Let's talk commentates or something. I don't know. Well,
Do that, man. Good idea, man. That's why I said, man, you the brain of this operation, man. I just show up.
well, my wife is absolutely the brain of the operations, and she's
Yes,
barely keeping it together because we are some rascals all over the place,
man.
but we're working on it.
I don't know how she continue to put up with us too, man. Just
Yeah,
pre-game, pre-shows, all the silly
man.
stuff we do. But hey, hats off to our
Our
producer.
producer, yeah, my beautiful wife. So I want to move on to talking about layers again. People and being onions. Um,
Yeah.
Football. Do we? I don't even know how to put this. Do we care what football players say or not?
Uh,
Like, I know we do. Like you and I used to play, and we definitely have something to say, and we want to be heard and all that. But this group out there that's like telling LeBron James to shut up and dribble. You got this other group over here saying like, "Oh, it's a privilege to play the game, and that's your reward. Don't worry about payment, college kids." Now Ohio State is allowing their quarterback to come out with this petition with 100,000+ people who signed it already. There's nothing to sneeze
yeah.
at. But just I don't want to call it hypocrisy or anything. I'm just trying to see when do they start caring about what college football players think.
Well, my response to that is, hell, you make millions and billions off these
Yeah.
kids. So why not pay them? And then you going all of a sudden Justin Fields is the top two pick. Him and Trevor Lawrence are projected to go number one, number two, respectfully. They good. I mean, not a Clemson fan, but Trevor Lawrence he's good.
Yeah.
Not I mean, I'm not an Ohio State fan either, but Justin Fields, them two dudes, they're good. So for Justin Fields, you just the cancel their season. So for him, man, like, what sense do it make for him to play in the spring? It don't. When you gonna be projected number one, number two, this guy want to play right now. By right, he bring you all the millions to your campus, to your school, to your state. They make all that money off of him. So why not pay him? And now you trying to say, oh, we're gonna take what was gonna be your last year of football away from you. All he want to do is play. So I think by getting a petition, hell, if I was a parent, I signed it too, man. Let them play, man. It's protocols. Okay, you see how the NBA do. You see how the NBA doing it. It's pretty safe. NHL been pretty safe. Major League Baseball, that's because them players are hard headed. So if they doing it, why we can't do it for let these kids play? You
Well,
making all this money.
I'll tell you why. There's a deadly virus out there that no one knows much about. It's still at the beginning stages of this thing. That's what people are missing. And I hope all the experts and scientists are absolutely wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'm just being a hypochondriac. But I'm telling you, you have to trust people who have been studying and know more about a subject, right? There's no way I'm gonna go and ask my wife a question about astrophysics or the NBA, even though she's doing pretty good with the sports thing. Shout out to her. But I don't know. So my thing is when I talk about peeling back the layers, I see both sides, right? I see that
Yeah.
your career could be in jeopardy and you want to showcase it now versus right before the draft and all this kind of stuff. And it's a huge inconvenience. You know what else is inconvenient? Dying
What's that?
or getting the virus, nothing happening, and you spreading it and other people dying. Let's go back. Let's go even further. What if nothing happens? You know what else this virus is doing? It's causing long-term respiratory issues, long-term heart issues. You know what's important for an athlete? Your heart and your lungs. So taking
Yeah.
precautions, I can't fault the Big Ten in doing that. But what I'm talking about, Dean, is whether or not these people truly care about what these athletes think. Because I can see the argument for, hey, we're actually safer. Maybe somebody is coming from the hood and it's like, man, no one's wearing masks or whatever. At least on campus, there's testing and some of the world's best medical facilities there,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you got a 3 square meals. Some people don't get that, and I get it. But at the same
Right.
time,
You're right.
for the colleges to say, hey, we should hear these guys out. So what do you think? Oh, you think we should play and preserve our $1 billion entity while still not paying you? Yeah, let's listen and hear him out. Let him start talking about getting paid. Let him start talking about, hey, let's separate, sports from college and just have them be semi-pro athletes who represent the school and pay them a fair wage. Let's stop pretending that these guys are scholars and maintaining that 4.7 GPA and maintaining their performance on the field. Like that's out there, but it's pretty
Yeah.
rare. So I don't know. That's my question though. Do they actually care? Like I hate to be so cynical, but you got to take all these things into account. And worst
Well,
comes to worst, say there's no football for a year or two, but you still have the rest of your career. And yes, it's an inconvenience and it can throw some stuff out. But we as a country are smart enough to figure it out, and wait for the things we
yeah.
want. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, every point you made, I can't discredit or argue. You made just all good facts, but I think it's just and like I said, everything you just said is 1,000% on point. And you sounded very
Oh, thank
intelligent.
you,
Said,
man.
let me tell you that, man. Suit and tie kind of guy, man. That's why I like you. Man, let me back on
Yeah,
subject.
please.
Um, I think it's just like some people like me, you too. We play
Mm-hmm.
football, so it's just a football in me. Like I want to watch it because you so used to your Saturdays, man.
Mm-hmm.
If for people who if you work, you might work a couple of Saturdays of the month, but them Saturdays you don't. You up at 10 o'clock, man. College football live. Then right at 11 o'clock, first game start.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you used to doing it. You used to doing it every Saturday for a long time in your life, and now they taking it away. So I think it's just like the football in me be like,
Yeah.
man, let's get something going. If you got to take the kids off campus and have a football
Mm-hmm.
player there, get something for them to play. But then again, you got the other side. Excuse me. Like, all right, what if my son am out there? I still want to see him play, but I don't want to get him corona. So it's
Yeah.
like for a football fan, you stuck in between. It's like, yeah, I want to let them play. Let's get them out here to
Yeah.
play. Then you like, but we don't want nobody to get hurt. We're not hurt, but we don't want nobody to get sick and possibly die. Cause like you said, it could be one of them kind that you don't even show symptoms,
Mm.
and then you take it back to the practice or the locker room, and there you go. You got a ripple effect because it
Yeah.
will send it throughout. Then you got to think about like this, man. Okay, Justin Fields is the starting quarterback for Ohio State, right?
Mm.
So what if he got it? Didn't know it, but then you affect your whole other starting 11 off. That would be dramatic to Ohio State because
Mm-hmm.
they return a lot of players and they good. But then, so you got your whole starting lineup wiped out for 14 days, at least 14 days. So that's probably 2 losses for Ohio State. Justin Field go down for 2 weeks and they ain't got him. They got enough talent, but I don't think they'll win. Out of 3 games, I don't think they'll win 2 without Justin Fields. So I see what you're saying. It's the football in me, like, yeah, I want to
Yeah.
watch football. Like, let's play. And then I look at him like for Justin Fields, I I really look at it and feel, and not just for him, man, but any top player in the Big Ten, like this was your last time to showcase what you gonna do before the NFL. Now you can't do it.
Yeah.
So basically, they're not gonna play football for a whole another year, basically, because if you don't play right now, they're not gonna play in the spring. Only football activity they're gonna be doing is training and getting ready for the combine. You're not gonna get back to no physical part of it until next year.
Mhm.
Next year when NFL training starts. So you basically got a whole year of football, really longer than that, because they stopped they got put out in January because they made the Final Four of the college playoff. So then you had from January of 2020, and you won't touch the field again to really play until training camp July of 2021. That's a big gap, man. That's a big gap. Like, not the physical part of it. That's a big gap. So football fan in me want to see him play.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Like,
yeah,
man, we
don't
want nobody to get.
So here's what I'm saying, because people are talking about death and like, well, not many people are dying. They're gonna die. They're great athletes, but that's not the main thing for an athlete. The way this thing attacks people respiratorily and cardiac wise is we have to think about the long term. And maybe you just put everything on pause and maybe you just give them an extra year. All people who are seniors or eligible for the draft, this is just a free year, right? The universities find a way to just compensate or offset the cost. And guess what? You still keep your same scholarships. You bring people in like you always were, but those people get to say, and maybe you have one crazy season with a super team, and then you do it that way if you want them to showcase. But what you cannot do is allow these kids who can't sign their name and make $5 off of that signature to make the decision to say, hey, we want to play and showcase our talents and take this gamble. Because if it gives them long-term effects, then guess what? Maybe you're in there 1 year, 2 year, but then if your lungs and heart starts messing up on you, what are you gonna do for the rest of your career? And you can say I had those couple years, and I'm glad I got to play my last college season. Like, there are plenty of people who just sit out, to make sure that they're healthy enough for the NFL. Like, we just got to figure this out. But I want all the information out there too. I don't want people trying to use this thing as a scare tactic to shut everything down. But at the same time, I also don't want people saying, well, you got to listen to the kids. And one of the things or comparisons that I heard someone talk about, I think it was like Bomani Jones or somebody on ESPN, but basically talking about these kids being compared to soldiers. Well, you can sign up for the military and risk your life there. It's like, if you're comparing it to the military, risking your life for what? Entertainment? I think you're already going down the wrong path. And it is selfishness. And that's me too. I'm with y'all. I want football desperately. I need it in my life. It's one of the few times my wife puts in our budget for beer, and she lets me and the kids or just stay separate, give me my own, time. I want and need it in my life, but I also don't want to, feel guilty. But I don't know. So we're gonna move on to the next one. A couple of trending topics here, or tropics.
Trending topics.
No, is that coin, producer? Is that coin? Coin. Yeah. So trending topics, tropics, right? I don't know. I'm gonna look into that. Tropics.
That might trend right
Let's go to the tropics. Let's go to the tropics.
Hey, man.
Hey, we're too small to trend, but it's a nice sentiment. Yeah. Well, so we'll start with one of my favorite things, comic book movies. The Batman trailer. Have you seen this thing?
I've seen it. The 2020
Batman.
It looked like it's going to be better than the last little series they did.
I hope so.
To me,
I hope so. Please.
It looked a little more. It looked a little more. Let me say, it looked a little more Batmanish.
Batmanish.
And what I mean by
I like it.
Because of course you had the first two, Michael Keaton, years ago. We was kids, 91, whatever they came out. So then you had Batman Return. Okay. But then they started making them like Val Kilmer and all that. It was kind of like it was like animated. Like the stuff didn't look real.
Yeah.
It didn't look real. Kind of like you said, like fake, commercialized. Yeah. Then they came with the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It tried to get back, but then you know, it was there.
Careful,
I
man.
like
That's
the
one of
Dark
my
Knight.
favorite. Yeah, I like
Mine
that
too.
version. Yeah.
Hey, you know, because I had the big Batman figure by a friend, and I handed it to you
Yeah, it was a
some years
gift.
back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I researched and said, man, this thing might be worth money. I tried to get it back for you. Like, hell no, yeah,
Like,
give it
yeah,
back.
man. Come on. That's my man's right there. That thing is still
I'm
tucked
like,
away
man, I just
safely,
gave
by the
it.
way.
I was like, man, I just gave this dude a damn gold mine. He gonna be rich off this damn thing.
Nah,
I'm
man.
being nice.
That's sentimental.
Yeah,
That will go to Gales from generation to generation, man. As a keepsake.
hey, it is. So you know, saying with the Dark Knight,
Mhm.
man, it was good. It was good, but like it was some parts in it that they made when they brought the Joker, Heath Ledger. I'm telling you, that dude right there.
Yeah.
I just that dude that played that he played that damn Joker part. That shit
He's on the Joker Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna tell you that right
yeah.
now. For me,
He
at
played
least.
that part to the T. So that one was good. So how they said but then the one they made with what's the guy name that played this last one? The one
Oh
versus
man.
Superman.
Well, the last one, the last version was just kind of a standalone Joker. That was the Joker. What was his
Yeah,
name?
no, I'm not talking about. No, I ain't talking about the Joker. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the last Bat Superman.
Leola, is it Ray? Roy? What's his
Yeah,
name?
but they made that
No.
Batman. He was too big.
You
Like
talking
he
about
looked like a
Batman
robot.
or the Joker?
Batman.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm still talking about Batman.
Yeah.
That last Batman they did, they made him like too big. He looked like a damn robot. I'm like, Batman was never that
But
big.
that's canon, bro. That's canon. But my whole thing is the best parts about that Batman was the stunt double doing the fight scenes. Him. So when you play Batman, it's always two roles. It's Bruce Wayne
Mhm.
and it's Batman.
Bruce
Yeah,
Wayne.
you got to be able to play both. I think that was what's so great about Batman. Like, so who is this? I can't even think of his name. Michael Keaton's Batman. He's very
Yeah.
adult, right? And if you remember the
Yeah.
animated series, he was in there like going on dates and having a good time as Bruce, and
Yeah.
then he go into Batman, which is a different person. You can't have that gun
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne and Batman both upset at the world. You need a happy-go-lucky one. Even in the Batman Begins, you saw him kind of faking it, but man, he pulling up, got the girl stacked in the passenger seat, and look, swimming in the
Yeah.
hotels like, oh, sir, excuse me. He's like, no, I'm about to buy this hotel, and now let's see what she got to say. Like, that's some dope billionaire stuff, right? I
Yeah.
think they
Yeah.
did
Because he
good,
was.
but Ben Affleck, because one of the biggest things people forget about Batman is that his real superpower is how smart he is, his brain capacity, right? And so you got Ben
Yeah.
Affleck in the party just kind of stumbling around, and he puts this big old VCR thing that's supposed to be some spy tech. Drove me nuts. Horrible Bruce Wayne, not a very good Batman.
It was.
But
Not at
this
all.
trailer, first of all, it looks like a real murder mystery. Like, just go,
It do.
please take the time, even if you have to get off of this video right now, people at home, go look at that trailer, then come back and have this discussion. Because
I know y'all probably like y'all probably like, man, these two big nerd geeks, but hey, we got a lot,
yeah,
we got a lot of
yeah,
fans, as fans of the DC world out there.
yeah,
And if
man.
you watching this show, I'm telling you, they're gonna get on there and watch this trailer.
Look,
So it's a lot of
check the
fans,
links
that
right
like
down there, and we'll put the link in for you just to look. Because I'm telling you, it looks
yep.
so good. It's like a real murder mystery because he is the world's greatest detective. So they're really going on that route. So I'm excited. And then just showing the pure like rage and physicality at the
Hey,
end there.
hey,
Woo!
look, yeah, look, you look like you
All
getting
right,
hyped
yeah,
up
I
for a
know. Woo!
football game.
I got
And
the,
I see
I
a
got
trailer, I
the, I
see
got
a
my
trailer,
vein popping. Like, hold on. Let me take some time. Excuse me, sir. Go ahead, man. Look,
there goes,
you can tell me
there goes.
about this let's see, Tom Brady's baby mama, because I had no clue. Maybe I'm late to the game here, but tell me about Tom Brady's baby mama while I calm myself down.
Tom Brady, baby mama, Excel, because you just threw me for a loop.
Oh, so my producer, we were talking about some stuff, and she was like, Tom Brady has another kid, and I was just like, what do you mean another kid? He's like, by another chick? I was like, excuse me? Like, wait, what? Right,
Yeah.
sorry, I keep looking at my producer. Sorry,
You did
y'all.
not know that one right there.
Yeah, so hold on.
You did not.
Yeah, no, it took me for a loop too. I'm still trying to find it here. Let's see, but it's by, I think it's an actress, because Giselle talks about how she found out. So like Giselle and Tom Brady, they met on the blind date. They really hit it off and all this kind of stuff. They clicked because of their love of family. Aw. And so they didn't want to have kids right away, bro, because both of their careers were really in high gear. And so they just kind of want to take their time. And then come to find out, Mr. Brady, his ex-girlfriend before her finds out she's 2 months pregnant at the time. So it wasn't any kind of like he was seeing both of them or whatever, but yeah. So that's how she found out.
Tom did a daggum hit and run. You know how you do them little
Whoa,
5
I
and out.
don't know about look. That is unsubstantiated. I
Yeah,
need some
5 and out,
flashes
5
somewhere.
and out.
Hey.
All right. Yeah, y'all spam man.
So
Stop it for another day, you know.
her name is Bridget Moynihan, and quite lovely lady. But yeah, I guess the boy is what 8 or 9 or something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
And that's the stuff, my friend, they will not let you know about Mr.
Well,
Tom Brady.
people are onions, right? People are onions. Tom Brady is a goofy, fun family guy, right? He likes his privacy, but now he's starting to kind of shake loose because he's 1,000 years old and done everything you can do as a quarterback in the NFL. Why not relax? But this right here, this is what I'm talking about with this whole theme of people equaling onions.
Yes.
13? Or my producer saying he is 13 years old. Yeah, I've never seen this dude, man. I'm at the sky.
I ain't even this kid. I never even know nothing about this. It's something new.
Let me know in the comments. Did y'all know that Tom Brady had a son by? Huh? You can just say it out loud, producer. Good Lord, what? Oh well, if we can get our polls together, we'll put on the poll. Yeah, we're trying to figure out whether or not you guys knew that Tom Brady has a 13-year-old son by another lady. Who knew?
Hit it up in the comment section. Let us get your input on that.
Yeah, and talking about other people with layers, the NBA is one of those enterprises where everything has to be crisp, everything has to be new. If you don't have the latest, you're not going to be the greatest, all that kind of stuff. Look good, feel good, play good. But in that world, I want to give a shout out to my boy Joe Ingles, right? This dude still has his I can't remember what it is. I think the Kobe's, it was something that was released on ESPN as to excuse me, why Joe Ingles keeps wearing the discontinued Kobe Bryant sneaker. And at first I thought like, oh, is it a tribute or something? It's like, no, this dude is straight up just like, man, it's comfortable, like they're broken in, and I'm trying to win basketball games and it feels good, so I keep them. So where some people will change like every so often depending on what new thing is out or whatever they're trying to promote for themselves, which is fine. But I really like that old school, like, man, I'm gonna wear these bad boys till I can't anymore.
Look here, man. Joe Ingles going for comfort, not daggum looks, man. And then another thing, Joe Ingles from overseas, man. The people, he don't care. Like he care less. You know what I'm saying? Like after the game, Joe Ingles probably go pop a Heineken or something and drink it. You know, them guys, they don't care about all that, man. He out there to really win game stuff. It ain't no fashion show for him. So he said he had these shoes, they molded to his feet. Obviously, it has not affected his game because he'll shoot the lights out and go to the hole. And I'm gonna tell you what I like about Joe Ingles, man. Got a little bit of fire on him. He will talk shit. He will talk some shit out there. And I like any player out there that talking some trash. I like it. So man, big shout out to Joe Ingles and they Kobe's.
They're nice.
How can you get mad at a guy from wearing Kobe's? I don't care if it's the old Kobe Adidas, man. They're Kobe's. So that's what I'm talking about, man. I like it.
Yeah, same here, man. I like that old school. So if you remember us, I think you and I were at the Vanderbilt University football camp, and I'm doing some drills. No, it was the UT camp, University of Tennessee. I'm doing some drills with the lineman, and I go to stop and just poof. Like I was that, like my foot, like that whole thing that happened with Zion, I think a while back, right, when he was in college, and his foot just through the side. Yeah, that happened. To the point where I had to borrow somebody else's shoes to finish out the camp. So I found a couple of guys, and so we made sure we spaced ourselves out. And like shout out to them, man. It was a lot of support. But yeah, they definitely helped me out. And the next camp was right after that. So I just duct taped them bad boys together before, shout out to Coach Miser. I know it's one of those things he was like, man, I can get you some cleats. Like, this is ridiculous, But yeah, so I understand, man, because a lot of people are like, hey, man, why don't you just buy some more? Like, man, they're comfortable still. I still got a few mileage in them. Not true that time. But yeah. That's one of the
Hey,
things that
look,
I like my comfort. So I have to give a shout out to Joe Ingles, man.
you did not let that stop your grind, man. You brought back some memories when you said that they gonna UT camp, man. We did pretty
Yeah.
good up here, man.
Oh yeah,
Old Philip Farmer was a heck of a guy to meet too,
yeah,
man.
man. Yeah.
He's a heck of a guy to meet,
Which is
man.
crazy. I was at the game that got him fired, man. Whew. You can't
You
lose
was
to
on the team.
Vanderbilt.
You was on the
You can't lose to Vanderbilt. Yeah, I was in the stands,
you was
but
on,
like seeing Jay Cutler and Earl Bennett and all those guys, it was really
yeah.
cool to see 100,000+ people just hushed. And then you got like 40
Right,
like a little section of a group of 40 just going nuts. I mean, just the
right.
echoes of our cheers. It was so eerie, man. It's so eerie. But yeah, some fun
Earl
memories.
Bennett, man. Big shout out to you because I got to meet them two guys because
Mhm.
you know when you played at Vanderbilt because of you. So
Yeah.
big shout out to Mr. Gales, man.
Yeah, thank you,
And
sir.
then them guys turned into future NFL guys. So yep,
Yeah.
that was which I kind of knew they would be NFL guys, but for you to get to meet them before they get to that
Yeah.
height, and
Yeah.
these guys, they was at the top of their game, but they were just laid back guys. They sit there and talk to me like I was just a
Yeah,
regular
man.
dude, and you like, man, we going first between first and third
It's a
round,
deep.
man. So a big shout out
Yeah.
to them guys, man, and Mr. Kells for letting me get me to
Hey,
meet those
shout out
guys
to
some years
Sadiq
ago.
Ziad because we were doing I don't even know if I can say this. We were doing a sort of tournament, okay, that involved, let's say, pong and beverages. And so we're going through this tournament, and literally we're about to beat, one guy, and like you don't just have to beat him, but we're about to win, and he just kind of celebrates prematurely, and that's back in the days where people were in big shirts, tall tees, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So as he goes to
right.
celebrate, his shirt like grazes and knocks the cup over, and that's kind of how it ended. So yeah, that's a whole thing,
Hey,
man.
why don't
Those
you
guys
say
were
that about
fun.
the tall T and Big Show? That we gonna make a whole
We
show
need
on that
to. Do you
on how
remember
we
that
used to dress.
stuff, man? It's starting to come back,
Hey,
like everything
yeah,
else.
I ain't letting nothing touch my body no more. If it ain't tight, it
If
ain't
it
right.
ain't
You
tight, it ain't
understand?
right. No, they're tighter now, but a lot
If
of
it
them got
ain't,
these shirts where it's like down to their thighs, man. Check out Dave Chappelle and one of his things he did. I think the 846 thing. Maybe we can put that link
yeah,
down there too. You can check him out. And he's got this it's real tight because you don't work out like that for nothing. You got to show off the physique, but the shirt is like
and he
down his thighs, man. It's funny. Yeah,
got the shirt with the loops in the side, like they long, but they got like the loops
yeah,
on the
yeah,
side. Like I like them. So, but just as far as the tall white tees that came past your knees with a
man.
size, if you was a 34, you had 38. Nah, I ain't doing that no more, bro. I did
Yeah.
it. I ain't gonna lie, I did it. But like I said, now if it ain't tight, it ain't right. I ain't
If
putting
it
it
ain't
on.
tight, it ain't right, man. That's a t-shirt waiting to happen, bro. If it ain't tight, it ain't right.
Yeah, you already know it, man. Hey, somebody pick us up on that. I came with that idea too.
Cha-ching!
If it ain't tight, it ain't
we'll,
right.
we'll have to use this footage in court or something. Hey, you eat sushi? I know it's a random question. Forgive us,
Oh,
audience. We're going off on tangent. You eat sushi? I'm trying to peel back the layers, my man here. Got a couple of questions that I feel are very important. And you guys can play along too.
I'm not the Gales. I
Oh
do
man,
not.
that's so
No.
I don't know what to do. I know you eat nuggets though, right?
Yeah, but I'm to the point now. I'm tired of McDonald's, bro. I'm not
It
eating
don't have to
McDonald's
be
no more. I've
McDonald's. You
made
can
a
do
vow.
homemade. Shout out to somebody on Facebook who literally made the like McDonald's happy face thing, and they just grabbed some nuggets from Walmart or some big old bag, right? And every time they ask for some nuggets, pop them bad boys in, put it in the box, and just keep recycling the box.
Yeah.
But yeah, save some money.
Let me apologize to our listeners and our fans out there, man. I'm doing my podcast from outside today, and if you hear the ice cream truck in the background, it's because they're coming through the
Oh,
neighborhood. I really want to run out there and go get me a
oh
bomb
no!
pop, but we live, so I can't not do it. But so if you hear the ice cream
Wait,
truck, there's a real ice cream truck. It's going through the neighborhood right now. But it's such a nice day. I said I'm doing my podcast outside, so any Aztec noise, anything you guys hearing, I apologize for it, man. But I didn't want to do it from the office today. I came outside.
yeah.
But I really want to go get me a
Look,
bomb
man,
pop.
I can
I
go
ain't
for
gonna
me
lie.
old
I really
strawberry shortcake something or other. You know what I mean?
fast, man. Yeah, they just said that, man. I'm like, I think I'm fast enough to get out there and get back, but I ain't gonna do it.
Here's a question for you, Dean. Peeling back. All right, so people are onions. Peeling back the layers. Is the ice cream
Yeah.
truck jingle racist? What I say? What I do?
That's
What I do?
that's kind of I ain't never been asked for. I ain't really
Man.
thought about that, you know.
So I think good.
I ain't
So look,
know,
good
man.
humor is.
You lost me with that, right? Did you say
Layers, bro. Layers. I know. So for the people who don't know what's happening out there, good humor is going through a weird change. So they've just so I guess the song that the jingle comes from is a bit off color, so to speak. So I've been looked at it myself. I've done no research on this. It's just starting a conversation. But basically, I guess it's a little problematic where the song actually comes from, and we'll put the name and stuff down here in the comments or in the poll. Like my eyes twitching. This is so funny to me. so they are to try to change it up a little bit, especially with the environment that's happening here. Racial divides, all that kind of stuff. They actually hired Wu-Tang Clan founder or co-founder RZA to write them a new jingle, man. And I am here for that new jingle. I can't wait to hear it. It's got to be some fun.
Bro, that was my first time ever hearing somebody say that. I really never thought of that song. We've been hearing that song for years. I'm 35 years old, so that's how long you've been hearing that ice cream song. Never did know.
We'll put
something to that.
We'll put a link of what the jingle actually comes from, and then we'll do a separate link of this ice cream story with RZA from Wu-Tang, who's gonna do the ice cream song. Yeah.
Gang.
And they got plenty of, they got plenty of songs that you can just put on right now. Like Cream, come on. How funny is that? Could you imagine hearing like, oh, is that Cream? Oh, baby, let me get 50 cents. Let me get $1.50 real quick. Come on, real quick. No, cash. Come on, let's go.
Well,
run it.
Stop you right there. The ice cream truck has went up. Ain't no more 50 cents.
Yeah.
It might be $2.50. It ain't no more 50 cents. Just like everything else went up.
I haven't been to an ice cream truck in forever. I married well. So another thing I want to do, I want to do a game here. 1 bite or 2. You ready? Are we gonna have a graphic for this, Chris? Which is 1 bite or 2? Huh? No. We'll see. Oh, we got a we'll see. That's like a maybe or I'll pray about it. You ever hear that growing up? Hey, Mom, can I get an increase on that allowance? I'll pray about it. I'll pray about it. Yeah. Ooh, the South. Is there anything like the South?
They wasn't gonna pray about giving you no damn allowance. Let me tell you
that. Right now. 1 bite or 2, courtesy of BuzzFeed. Oreos. 1 bite or 2.
Definitely 1. I'm killing Oreo.
So you're not one of those. Definitely. Because I go back and forth. Like I'll take it apart, get the cream, put it together, dunk it, eat it, and then sometimes just smash it. Right?
No, I'm putting that bad boy in my mouth, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. What's the point? What's the point of licking that daggum icing off and then just eat it? I don't. You eat the Oreo for the chocolate and the cream and
the whole sandwich. It's an experience, right? Just 1 bite, huh?
That's just me. No knock to nobody who take it apart and do it that way, but how I'm doing that way, and then I'm eating it, and it's going down.
Nothing wrong with that.
And the drainer is. Oh, let me tell you, since we on Oreo, you said Oreos and milk. Okay, let me tell you a weird combination I do, and I'm not lying. You can ask my kids, you can ask Brandon, you can ask anybody. Do I do this? I eat Oreos and I eat donuts, not with milk. I eat mine with orange juice.
See, I don't like it.
Is that weird?
You know what I mean? All due respect to you, that's the worst thing I've ever heard in my daggum life. Please get in the comments and rip this man apart. Look, I care about you. So don't ever do that crap again. Hey. Let me tell you something. Like, it clashes. Listen, either the Oreos are gonna taste sweet and the orange juice is not, or the orange juice is gonna taste sweet and the Oreos is not. We're gonna put that in the poll. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out. But that's the worst thing I've ever heard. But that's just me.
It's that off tasting that make it taste so good. I know that's weird, bro, but I'm telling you. People out there, you gotta try it. If you ain't never tried it before, you gotta try it. Oreos or donuts.
People, I care about both my man here and you. Don't try that. That sounds awful. You know what? Matter of fact, I will try it. Just so the next episode I can come on here and rip you. Listen, I'm trying to be open-minded, but I don't know, man.
I bet. Look at here, my intelligent black friend. You will not rip me. You be like, you got
So
something
you
good
guaranteed
right
it?
there.
Wait. Are you what you calling it? What are you doing?
I'm calling it, bro. You'll come on the show next week and be like, okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought. It wasn't
That's
as bad as I
bold. We're
thought.
gonna put that in the poll, and people at home, I need y'all to figure this out with me. Is Dean crazy, or is he really crazy? That's the options. I can't think of any other options. No, we're making it a little more fair than
that. That question you just asked for a poll, anybody who know me, they probably gonna say that fool is he both.
He both. All right, so
you might want to ask another kind of question because they gonna say
I'm gonna get back into this game. I got 4 more options for you. So you said Oreos 1 bite. I got you down here. For me, it's the same, but it does depend. Sometimes I like to break it down. But nuggets, 1 bite or 2.
I could do 2 on nuggets because I like to dip in the barbecue.
You're not a double dipper, are you?
One more dip in the barbecue.
You're not a double dipper, are you? When you're sharing.
I'm not sharing.
Oh, okay.
Nuggets,
so double dipping is absolutely allowed, dude.
I will not eat out nobody else, and I'm not drinking out of somebody else's straw. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna tell you, it's my mama fault. Let me tell you. Shout out to Dorothy Williams. Love you to death. So don't get mad about this. All right. My mom used to drink a drink back in the day. My mama wore lipstick, and she would leave lipstick on the straw. So ever since then, I'm not putting my mouth on a straw to somebody else drinking out of it. I always it's something weird about that lipstick on the straw. I never did. It just does something to me as a child, so I didn't like it.
Which reminds me,
I ain't got to worry about.
Which reminds me, in this pandemic or whatever, don't you miss like doing stupid stuff like that? Like remember the waterfall? Like you just like, hey, don't get some your drink and you pour it in because we're scientists. We know how germs transmit or transmitted. Yeah.
And we did a lot of on football.
Oh man, do you remember E.A. Cox practicing in the cow pasture and drinking out of that hose?
So the sulfur water, the stump.
Oh man,
tasted so good.
Just water break. Let's go. Get some water. For those of you at home, it's just a big old PCP pipe, or I'm not sure what it's called. And it just had holes drilled into it with just a little hose, and then just the water would sprout out, and then that's how we had our water breaks, man. That's what made it so good, man. We were actually, juiced up on sulfur water.
This was the worst smelling, good tasting water that you could ever have in your life. I swear to God. I don't know if it's because Coach Hayes, shout out to Coach Hayes, Coach Doug, and Coach Pinkston back in the day used to work us so hard at practice, and we just dead tired. But that water was good. But I'm telling you, that initial smell of that water, my God. Man, we were for real drinking sulfur water back then, bro. Who knew?
Well, this next category is really for our friend Sadiq, because I know he eats about a handful. French fries. Are you a 1-2 bite guy? You just shovel them in there.
Bro, I shove them in there. And one of my pet peeves with people with French fries. Don't get mad at me. It's just a pet peeve of me. I ain't saying nothing else about it. People take a single French fry and you take the pack of ketchup and put that little line on there and eat it like that. I'm like, you take so long to eat your daggone French fry.
I'm gonna confess. I'll turn it up.
And I just looking at her like, I'm like, why are you doing that? She's like, it's good like that. I'm like, no, because by the time you get down to your last Friday, ice cold because you eating one single.
Man, you gotta have a technique. You gotta load. Because listen, I went through a phase that I would drench mine in ketchup, and then I went through this phase of like no ketchup at all. But my wife does that too, and she just like, and it used to drive me crazy till I tried it. I was like, man, this is actually really good. I don't know what it is, but
is it weird? The only fries I eat ketchup with is scrunchy fries. That's the only fries I eat ketchup with.
Scrunchy?
You know the little scrunchy fries?
Like Kringle?
That's the only fry that I eat ketchup with. I won't eat ketchup with no other fries. That's weird as hell.
What?
I'm serious. I want seasoned fries, no other fries will I dip in ketchup. It has to be a scrunchy fry.
I want a poll question put on here, producer. Is Sydney Williams talking about crinkled fries, or are they indeed scrunchy fries? That's got to go on there.
Oh, they are crinkled. My bad.
I was so lost. Like, scrunchy fries? I never had that. I want some of them scrunchy fries. I'm hungry.
people, excuse me, and I swear I'm sober right now. I always thought they were damn
Yeah.
crunchy fries.
The ice cream jingle,
bad.
man, like it's got you all worked up, man. Like you're angry and hurt by the jingle, but also you want some ice cream, man. I get you.
I do. Want to get something soon to show.
Susan Show. All right, last one. See if I can pick a good one here. Last one. Let's go. Let's do one for the kids. All right, no, we'll go rapid fire. Strawberry, shrimp, Reese's Buttercups. Go. One bite or two. Strawberry.
Two.
Reese's Buttercups.
Two.
Shrimp.
Gone.
Go. Yeah.
Oh, bite. I'm killing that there. I'm
Okay.
killing that shrimp. One bite.
All right. Shoot, I like that.
One bite. I'm killing that shrimp, man.
But on a serious note, with everything going on with this pandemic and all the decisions that have to be made, we tend to forget about some very real things that are happening. The regular hurts. I want to give a quick shout out to Victoria Barnett. She lost her mother in a car wreck, I believe yesterday or the day before. We're thinking about you. You're in our thoughts and prayers, and just please, if you see her around, show her some love. Give her some love on Facebook. Mrs. Stella Barnett, I met her through our church, but she was a wonderful spirit, wonderful person, always kind, always putting a smile on your face, and just didn't seem like she had a care in the world. So I want to do that. I mean, we got fires in Cali going on. We have the hurricanes on the other side. So there's a lot happening. So everyone, please just try to do your best to make some good decisions out there, and just try to keep living. Try to keep laughing, man.
I took my hat off because that was a respect moment. So, like you said, man, Victoria, we know her, and I know her husband. So hard times for them right now. I did not know that was her mother until yesterday when I went to play ball. So that was kind of like a bombshell. You hate to hear that, especially that way. You want your mom to live longer than you.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
people who know her, who know Breeze, man, you see them, man, give them your condolences, keep them in prayer.
Absolutely, absolutely. Whew. Well, on that note, I think it's a good time for us to just go ahead and wrap the show up. Dean, you got your final thought?
Final thoughts, man. Final thoughts. I got them, baby. With everything going on right now, people, just just keep a humor about yourself. I know it's a crazy time, crazy things. United States ain't. It's kind of weird right now, but you just keep moving every day. Put a smile on your face. Don't let nothing get you down. Even when you down, you keep a smile on your face. You keep your head up high. You know me, man. It could be 1,000 things bother me, but I'll never let you know because I'm always the same silly ass sitting. That's how it's gonna be. So to our listeners, to our watchers out there, I want y'all to be the same way because we all go through something every day that ain't perfect. But as long as you keep that smile on your face,
Yeah.
we're gonna get by. Keep the man upstairs in your prayers, man. Peace and love. We love y'all. Thank y'all for watching the show, man. Gales and Dean, we out,
Yes,
baby.
thank you very much. And look, hey man, pay the man. Yeah, I ain't forgot that gummy. I've been keeping track. I know you think I'm sleeping over here.
Hey,
Hold on, man.
Hello?
hey,
Is that you?
Hey, can you hear me? I can't. Do you hear that? I don't know. Hey, yeah, how you doing?
I don't know what's happening, but we're having some. My producer's saying there's some like weird graphics or something.
Like
yeah,
what?
I'm not sure what's happening.
I can't. But I know it's very weird, and I can't understand. I thought it was something. It's just
like a little ukulele or something. We out there in the country or something. I'm not sure what
picture. Oh, that's the dude. That's the dude. That's the dude I was telling you about. That's what Joe Kip dude. I thought I was going crazy, man. Oh shit. Let's see what we got this way.
Hey, hell, yeah, yeah, yeah. They thought they were gonna keep me off the show, but Mr. Willie Joe Kemp is back, friends and my family, with the shine right here in my cup, Caroline. As you see, I came from the backwood, and we are gonna get on this show, and I'm gonna do it. This is the Willie Kemp takeover. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. People, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, yeah. How you doing? Now, if you was on the show last week, let me tell you, man. Listen here. If you was on the show last week, you heard me tell Mr. Gales and Mr. Dean, put me on the show. They would not do it. So I figured out a way with my country ass how to hack into the system and get on the show anyway. And boom, what you got? You got Mr. Willie Joe Kemp himself coming out the backwoods with that daggum sweet potato shine with my boot right here, Miss Caroline. How you doing out there, people? How you doing out there, man? So this is the Willie Kemp takeover. I mean, I get to sit all by myself. It's just me, man. It's just, hey, I forgot to show y'all. Did y'all see the boots? Man, I'm telling you what. Look at these custom boots right here I got. That's them bad boys. You see them boots right there? Well, hey, I told y'all country. Look, I got on the cowboy. Well, they ain't cowboy boots. I got on camouflage with basketball shorts. So I'll tell you what, son, you ain't never seen nothing like that before in your life. Now let me see how I do. Let me see what the topic is on today. How many of y'all out there like country music? It don't matter who like country music. Halloween, I don't care about country music. I like all type of music. I'm just glad to get on this show and I'm taking over. Willie Kemp take over. Here it is. I better get a lot of likes, a lot of comments, man, because I was down there in the backwood. I was mixing up that shine. I was pissed off all week long. Let me tell you something, because they didn't want to put me on this show. And I kept calling them. And they didn't want to add me on their show. They said, Mr. Kemp, we don't think it's a good idea to have you on the show. I said, why not? Hell, I'm a movie star, baby. You get me on this show right now. Just because I live back in them backwoods, that don't mean nothing. Me and Boone Cat. I tried to find Gales, but he lived too far away. That's a long drive. I didn't want to drive 2 or 3 days to get out there. I think hell, he lived somewhere out west. Hell, I don't know. I didn't want to drive that far. And Dean, he think because he got all the muscle shit, somebody scared. I say, son, look here, Boone Cat. I'm country strong. Them damn muscles don't mean shit. I can take care of him real quick. So, I try to go back and forth with him all week long, try to get paperwork signed and everything. Like, guys, you have to get me on that show. I need a segment on that show. They did not want to get me on that show. So, like I said, I found a way and I hacked up some stuff and I got on this show. This is a Willie Kemp takeover, baby. And I see y'all liking me. Who want to go out here to the backwoods? You want to go to the backwoods? You want to go to the backwoods? You want to go? Well, we ain't going to the backwoods because I'm on air. This is my show. I need people to call in. I need people to comment in. I need you to tell me how I'm doing. And I'm telling you, you better make me a host of this daggum show. Gales and Dean, there's no more. There's no more. Let's talk with Gales and Dean. Let's talk with Mr. Willie Joe Kemp and Caroline right here, people. So let me get serious real quick. Excuse my sweat, man. It's hot out here, But oh man, that's good. Hey, have you ever had any good shine and then when you taste it, it just take your breath away like this? Watch this. Oh man, I tell you what, boy, it ain't nothing like it. I swear to God, ain't nothing like it, man. I'm so excited to be on this daggum show, man. Look, I got Boone Cat back there. He's got the pig on the roast, you know. I got my wife Suzanne. She's back there dancing around with the dress on, the cowboy boots. I got kids. I got the kids going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, oh yeah, Daddy Willie Joe, he's on the show. And you know, I was back there doing my dance. You know what I'm saying? I was doing my dance like that. Because look, I got everybody excited. Because this is the country boy takeover right here. This is Mr. Willie Joe Kemp at his finest with my podcast. They didn't want to put me on, but I got on. So stay tuned, people. This is gonna be the new look. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna do next week. I got to go back into these backwoods, man, because we got to finish party. I just want to interrupt their show to let y'all know this is my show. One more sip of this right here. Oh, take my breath away. Guess what? I'm going to the backwoods. 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 Hey, Billy Joe